My next guest is Sandy Nicholson, who's attracting a lot of attention in Sydney.
Yeah, apparently, which is something I don't really understand because none of it took place in Sydney.
Right.
And I've never been to Australia. It happened on the train in
King's Cross.
That's right. Basically, it started when somebody I met on the train, who may or may not have been Julianne Moore, struck up a conversation and she asked me out.
Very forward.
Though I suppose the conversation lasted about 15 seconds, so maybe it is a little bit forward.
And she quickly developed a fascination with me.
I don't know if I'd call it a fascination. We just went on a date. Anyway, what happened was, it turned out that the date had been set up by her husband in a ridiculously complicated plot to pawn her off on me, involving Catherine Zeta-Jones, an entire film being made, and me spending an entire day hallucinating that I was Jewish. It all makes sense if you go read the whole thing. Go onto Google and search for WordPress and Breakfast Epiphanies. It should come up.
Are you making fun? Because some of it's absurd, really.
In all honesty, I probably am making fun of you, yes, unless it all turns out to be true, in which case I've never been more serious about anything in my life. Luckily, his plot failed because the date didn't go well, so...
She was banished.
Wasn't banished, it just, sometimes things don't go that well.
Just how criminal was it?
I'm not being mean, but yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm sure she thought so too, though, even if it turns out it was Julianne Moore. I'm sure she doesn't remember or care that I turned her down.
I found a beautiful quote that she says it's a very complicated feeling.
Hang on, you actually spoke to
And
her?
I did, and how?
That is one of the more surprising things I've ever heard.
It-
So, hang on, it actually was her then?
Were people surprised?
I should expect they were, yes. Oh, they'll all be really mad at me now for not carrying on with it.
Tell me about slygrogging.
Sorry?
Oh dear. Was it a euphemism?
No.
I don't understand the question at all. Is this something you've heard from her husband? Is he trying to defame my character?
The fierce rivalry between you two, did he ever get the upper hand?
I wasn't even aware he knew I was aware of it, but so far I've not had any retribution, so let's hope everything's fine now.
Sandy Nicholson, thank you so much for visiting the bookstore.
Thank you. It's been a very strange pleasure.
My next guest is a journalist and author of Razor, a prize-winning history of Sydney's violent and criminal past.